Most people are convinced that poverty is simply a lack of money in their bank account. They think the solution to every problem is just a bigger paycheck or a lucky break. But after living for over 40 years and witnessing my fair share of economic crises, I've realized one cold, hard truth. Poverty is not a financial condition. It is a mindset. You could win the lottery today, and tomorrow you would have millions. But if you keep the same poor habits, statistics prove you will be completely broke again within 5 years. Wealth isn't just about what you make. It is about how you think, how you react to fear, and how you value your time. Today I'm going to pull back the curtain and show you 4 hidden traps that are silently stealing your future in 2026. You've likely been walking right into them without even knowing. And trust me, trap number 3 is currently destroying the investment portfolios of most amateur investors. Let's break it down. Habit 1. Living on credit for the sake of status. In the first quarter of 2026, American credit card debt reached a staggering $1.25 trillion. Think about that for a second. That's not just a statistic. That's millions of people trading their future for a temporary feeling of importance today. I remember when I was younger, I thought a nice car and a new watch defined who I was. I thought the brand on my clothes proved my value. I was wrong. People are financing a lifestyle they can't afford at over 21% interest, just to impress people who don't even care. Let's look at the math. If you carry a balance on your card, you aren't just paying for the item. You are paying for the bank's massive profits, their executive bonuses, and their endless marketing campaigns. You are literally funding someone else's wealth with your own hard-earned money. Buying the latest tech on credit doesn't make you successful. It makes you a slave to the system. True financial freedom looks different. It's the ability to wake up and decide where you want to be today without panicking about bills or monthly minimums. Status is trash if it isn't backed by real assets. Real assets don't care what you look like. They only care about what they pay you in return. Habit 2. Focusing on saving rather than growth. Budgeting is a necessary tool, sure, but there is a massive difference between being frugal and being poor. Poverty keeps people obsessed with saving a few dollars on a cup of coffee or a generic brand of cereal. Let's talk about the math of time. If you spend 2 hours of your life hunting for a $5 discount, you are essentially valuing your time at $2.50 an hour. That is a path to nowhere. The truly wealthy think about scaling their income, not just protecting their expenses. They focus on the law of opportunity cost. While you are stressing over a grocery bill, they are asking themselves, how can I build a digital asset that works while I sleep? They launch side businesses. They optimize their tax strategies. They aggressively reinvest their dividends into assets that compound over time. Understand this fundamental principle. The limit of how much you can save is hard capped at 0. You can only cut so much before you run out of things to cut. But the limit of how much you can earn, it doesn't exist. Your focus should be on building massive cash flow, not just cutting rations like you're in a survival mode. Shift your mindset from how can I spend less to how can I create more. That is the bridge between a middle-class life and true freedom. Habit 3. Emotional reaction to market data. This is exactly where 90% of amateur investors get burned. They check their brokerage account before breakfast, see a red percentage on the screen, and panic sell everything in sight. The problem? They don't understand the fundamental difference between a real, permanent capital loss and a temporary data distortion. Let me give you a practical example. When certain assets undergo structural adjustments or forced conversions, like when preferred shares are converted into common stock, your average cost basis in the app might suddenly look different. It might show a massive temporary dip. An amateur sees that dip, loses their head, and hits sell at the absolute worst possible moment. A pro? A pro looks at the math, understands the corporate action, and stays the course. They know that volatility is the price of admission for long-term wealth. Poor people see the market as a casino, a place where you hope to get lucky. The wealthy see the market as a massive machine powered by math, logic, and infinite patience. You must learn to completely shut off your emotions whenever numbers are involved. If you can't control your pulse when the market turns red, you will never be able to control your capital. Don't trade your future for a moment of relief from anxiety. Habit 4. The toxic victim syndrome. It's incredibly easy to gossip about someone else's success. It's easy to blame the global economy, the government, the tax system, or the simple fact that you weren't born into a wealthy family. But you need to hear this. The victim mentality is a parasite. It doesn't just hold you back, it actively drains your energy and kills your ability to spot opportunities. As long as you are looking for someone to blame for your current situation, you are handing them the remote control over your own life. You are letting them decide how happy and how wealthy you are. Look at your inner circle. If you are surrounded by people who constantly whine, complain, and talk about how unfair the world is, you need to run away from them. There is a famous saying, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." If those 5 people are losers, guess who is going to end up in their position? It is time to take 100% responsibility for your wallet and your future. No one is coming to save you. No government program, no lucky break, no inheritance. Your future is entirely, completely in your own hands. Start acting like the owner of your life, not the victim of your circumstances. Financial freedom doesn't just fall from the sky. It isn't about luck, and it certainly isn't about shortcuts. It is built day by day, brick by brick, through disciplined habits, the invisible power of compound interest, and the ability to keep a cold, rational head when everyone else is panicking. If you recognized yourself in even one of these points, that is actually great news. It means you have the self-awareness to admit where you stand. And that awareness, that is the first and the most important step toward real change. If you are finally ready to stop playing games and start building real capital, to understand how money actually works after 40, then I invite you to join this community. Subscribe to the channel. In the next video, I'm going to pull back the curtain and show you exactly how to set up your first reliable dividend streams from scratch. No noise, no hype, just the math. See you soon.